Into it. Game number 1 here to decide who is eliminated from the tournament. To the left-hand side, we have PBA with Baphomet playing Sonya. Zola will be on Tyrande. Goddog on Sylvanas. We have Scroll on ETC. And finally, Alpha playing Falstad.
And for Naventic, we are going to have big impact on Kel'Thas. Tenma is going to be on the Rhaegar. Fan will be on the Tassadar. Zuna on the Muradin. And last but not least, McIntyre on the Kerrigan.
Looking forward to this one. See if Naventic can keep themselves alive or if PBA can become the bane of North America. As already Alpha flies all the way to the middle there to start things off. So it's going to be up for that Kerrigan. She can control shrines very, very solidly on her own. But of course, she's going to be rivaled against a Sonya. How does that kind of match play out?
The Sonya will be able to win when it comes to just her ability to survive. But the amount of pressure that everybody else from Naventic has, they should have the opportunity. They're already going for a big combo with the response here.
Fighting towards Goddog. He should die off actually to a bomb. It's going to be very, very low. Oh, he just barely survives against that. Kerrigan got blown up under the power of that as well. So likewise, 1-0, just barely going over to PBA's favor.
And they just executed that very, very well for PBA here. They do have the kill potential. Wolf brought it up beautifully that if they do hit the power slide mixed with the Lunar Flare, they have a lot of kill potential early on. Again, Kerrigan does as well, but as the game moves on later, they should have the survivability. Zuna getting caught out a little bit. Their power slide with the W to displace him. He dwarf tossed out, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah, he jumped basically right into Zola as well as Goddog up towards the top. Will Goddog fall? Yes, he will. To the dog, in fact, as Rhaegar chases him down. The most aggressive support in the game, and no surprise he's able to chase people down with the fact that Feral Lunge now built into his kit ever since a while, actually.
Yeah, Naventic is being very aggressive, and Kerrigan is a great hero to be aggressive with, but it's not nearly as effective as Tyrande here. I'd like to see them be a little bit more patient and abuse their wave clear that they have on the map. Yeah, Kerrigan's not necessarily her best power spike on this map, but she will be eventually. Holding off and having patience is absolutely crucial for them.
Yeah, just going to have that shrine pop up towards the mid now. So let's see how that's going to go down. They're already trying to move on towards Zola there. Missed Stormbolt means that he's not going to die just yet, but does end up going down to the rest of everything that it does come in from that.
Big impact is going to be falling down there too. The Kerrigan combo not quite hitting. Scroll is trying to get enough time for the power slide players, but it's not going to matter. Kenma almost going down as well.
Still very, very quickly. So now seeing Kenma get away and turn around on towards Falstad. Nice little attacks here. Very, very scrappy back and forth. 4 kills to 3 at the moment at the 2-minute mark.
It's been an absolute bloodbath. And again, Naventic, I feel like the patience would be more beneficial to them than PBA. They are in a short time bomb because, again, they lack wave clear on the map. That wave clear is absolutely crucial here. So a little bit more patience out of them might be better, but now they are going to be rotating up to get onto the shrine.
McIntyre trying to jump around. Did you see how he jumped? He was trying to steal kills from Sonya. Speaking of which, big combo coming out on towards Sonya there. Will she fall down? Yes, she will. And all the back off the back of that Kerrigan combo to start things off with Alpha and Scroll still pushing around at the front, but that kill alone seizes it for Naventic.
Yeah, the Skeletal Defenders 21 on the side of PBA and only 18 for Naventic, but they now will be able to catch up quite a bit here. As this moves on, though, again, the scaling, McIntyre and friends will have a lot more kill potential. You'll see her be doing the leapfrog, trying to maximize the value out of her kit.
Yeah. And it is an Arcane Punisher eventually going to come out of here. Falstad gets poked at by Zuna up towards the top. Scroll will power slide away, knowing that probably not the best idea to be sticking around here for the moment, although that being said, Baphomet's going to go on in. They lock down 2 of them with that whirlwind as well from Baphomet. He's actually doing a lot of damage, but Scroll gets locked down. Kemba, and actually, they're able to get him entirely at the front there as Muradin will end up falling. Zuna going down. McIntyre as well. 2 down. And actually, PBA is going to steal this shrine.
With that engagement, and again, Naventic trying to be aggressive and abuse the Kerrigan, but if they are not able to secure the kill right away, the response from the power slide Tyrande, PBA playing this very, very well. That small early lead that they got just escalated even worse when they got 1 to 2 kills.
I really thought it wasn't going to go their way, but I mean, Sonya going in, she had so much sustain from her whirlwind alone when going in, right?
Yeah, if they don't have the interrupt saved for her, again, she wins that melee skirmish for a short period of time. They have to just essentially chain the CCs here, but Naventic being very aggressive, trying to abuse the Kerrigan, but McIntyre getting a great lead.
Yeah, tries to go on towards Goddog, and he will die off before the Haunting Wave actually activates, so that's a bye-bye Sylvanas. And Naventic here still just dancing on around. They actually cleaned up that Punisher all right. Got good soak in the other lanes as well. Not too much down towards the bottom, but at least they've kept their fort intact.
Yeah, they've done a decent job of negating the lead that PBA has been able to ensure. So far, McIntyre has done a decent job as well. He's trying to evade his opponents as much as he can with the Q reset that he can get. A good job there forcing that engage onto the Sylvanas. And now they have a Merc pressure over PBA.
Yep. And of course, clean kill for level 4 on Kerrigan is one of the most important talents on this map. Resetting the Ravage once something actually dies off is very, very important, along with siphoning impact, of course, at the front. It gives Kerrigan so much to stay in. They will grab themselves Sonya again as Scroll.
He's by himself here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure this is going to work out too well for him. He's going to go down as well while we see this big invade going on from Naventic. Jumps forward here, does Zuna. Very aggressive on towards Zola. Zola should die in this situation, and he will go down. That's 3 for 0 and a hard camp steal.
That was great aggression coming out from Naventic. They brought it up in the analysis beforehand that they are known as one of the most aggressive in North America, and I think they're showing it even going into a power slide and lunar flare combo here. They just don't care. They keep bashing into their opponents, and that time with great success.
Yeah, they don't have ETC on their side, but they've turned it up to 11 in this series, my friend, compared to where they were in their previous one. But again, they were going up against MVP Black, so...
Yeah, they've managed to secure a 3/4 level lead, now backing out, getting their Shaman camp that will be timed roughly with the map objective here. And this is a great lead. This gives them a great opportunity to decide what they want to do when it comes to the next shrine. They don't need to be forcing, which PBA already has a comp where they absolutely need to force these early fights. And now Naventic has a lot of breathing room, so PBA is the team that needs to be the aggressors.
And the hard camp timing as well.
Yes.
So this now lines up really nice for Naventic. They're going to have this pushing at the top while the shrine is being claimed down towards the bottom. This is either going to force a response from PBA to actually do something about it up towards the top or contest the shrine.
Yeah, and what that's going to do is essentially rotate one of their best wave clears. Again, they don't have the best wave clear, so if they are more worried about the Shaman camp, which it looks like they're not even considering for the time being.
Down on towards Zuna there from the Lunar Flare. Needs to keep him away from actually chasing on towards Scroll. That missed combo there onto Scroll, though. McIntyre, a little bit uncharacteristic with that miss. A big chunk of damage going down onto Alpha from PBA, and the shrine's not active yet. And the longer that goes on, the better it was for PBA. Although that being said, Sonya got up here quite fast to clean that up.
Yeah, she did make a great rotation, which is going to help them almost get 10 and be able to contest the shrine, but Naventic will get an early lead on the Skeletal Defenders. The rest of PBA getting the camp because they realize they can't contest for the time being here. Yeah. Right now, though, again, the breathing room for Naventic.
Look at that. Look at that. You see McIntyre now syncing up the damage and really starting going to work on those. And it doesn't even matter. Naventic knows they can leave him. Look at the chunking down of those minions. Means that Naventic can be in a more aggressive position here.
Yeah, but Zuna trying to get aggressive, popping the Avatar relatively early there before any skirmish happened whatsoever, but doesn't matter. It looks like PBA is going to try and force.
Yeah, they just got themselves level 10. Going to have to go in against this. McIntyre being chased down by Baphomet. Don't know if that's going to work out just yet. Big Impact was taking a lot of damage. The Punisher's already been claimed here by Naventic. Just away. They don't want to fight.
The force wall.
Brilliant stuff on towards ETC. Do they get the blow up onto him? He's so low, and yes, he will go down. That's Naventic picking up a kill with the Punisher.
Yeah, now expect the leap over the wall. Kerrigan to get the combo over it. Baphomet is about to go down. The chain bomb's going to be spread to everyone. Zuna on the backside of the wall here. Again, the aggression from Naventic. They are not done yet.
Chaos in the back ranks of PBA as they have to fall on back, spreading that bomb, as you mentioned. Jump on towards Falstad. Stun comes out as well. That's the combo. Falstad blows up under that. And Naventic here with a fantastic little showing to start off.
Wow, very clutch heal coming out from Kenma as well to keep Zuna alive as they dive this fort. The team's not going to be able to clear it up quite yet. Yes, they did get a couple of kills, but their sieging potential in this composition, not necessarily the best.
Yeah, that was well played out there by Naventic. Very well played out. And now they will just move on away. 2-level lead, or let's say 1-level lead, as level 11 is about to be hit there for PBA. They're holding on. They did not lose that fort towards the bottom, so they're doing okay.
That fort being left up is definitely a great thing for the side of PBA. Again, I can't harp enough on how little wave clear they kind of have. They have to force a lot of rotations, and the fall stat does help a little bit with the pseudo global, but as these forts begin to fall and the wave clear Naventic has, if they do not essentially do Chinese Bushmid, a hide and try and get one pick here or there, they're going to have a very hard time coming back in this game. Their comp is essentially kind of a time bomb, and they're slowly losing that time frame quickly.
I think there's a slight fallacy as well that a lot of people believe. I mean, yes, Sylvanas can push really, really hard eventually, but wave clear wise, it is much slower than it used to be, right?
Yeah, post 7, it used to be insane. You could just like one shot away, but she no longer is able to do that here. McIntyre trying to get aggressive onto the Sylvanas in mid, not going to be able to hit the combo.
All right, well, slowing down for the moment. Baphomet, though, might get locked down by this. The Stombo, I think, missed, but that's a nice force wall on towards Baphomet. He doesn't have 13, so he doesn't have Mystical Spear. It's all the more difficult to get away. Combo should be able to steal that kill. And Baphomet somehow has survived for so long. So the commitment was quite long there. And PBA took advantage of the fact that that was a long commitment.
They've done a great job abusing Sylvanas here, being able to secure the fort. You see the rotation from Naventic, though. They're going to try and say, no, you aren't going to be able to get our fort. Gust is up here, and I don't think they have positioning to ensure that. So that was probably a winning trade, realistically, for PBA.
Yeah.
Now that the Shrine wasn't up, they granted having Sonya down while the Shrine's going to be spawning a little bit of a disadvantage, but they did a great response.
Hard camp being taken here by PBA, but at the same time, it's in the top lane. And now Naventic realizes that they can actually invade this almost. Ooh, if they'd have been 2 seconds earlier, because again, they can leave Kerrigan all day, all night up on that Shrine, and she'll have the best time of her life.
Yeah, stacking the shields. Look at it there. McIntyre playing the game that he can onto the Kerrigan here with the resets. With the 20 skeletal advantage, like, it's PBA, it has to be the aggressors. Now that they've hit the 13 spike, they are on the back foot here.
Yep, tries to lock down Scroll there for a moment. Power Slide 2, get caught in it, but at the same time, Cleanse goes on towards Big Impact, getting him away. Zuna, quite low. Does he have a Dwarf Toss available to him? Yes, he does. Gets away from that. Ancestral Heal onto Big Impact. Baphomet goes too far in. Sonya will end up falling, even with that wall stealing.
Oh, the combo!
Oh, great Power Slide and lockdown, and they're going to gust it away. They don't want any more of that, but could have turned around.
That was very well done, and great cleanse coming up from Kemba in that team fight to be able to keep his team alive, and then Fan to secure the shield. But look at the leapfrog again, McIntyre. Very aggressive. He has been known for a very long time to be one of the best Kerrigans in North America, and he's showing it here at the world stage.
Yeah, we've seen that from multiple teams when they've got their hands on Kerrigan, using the minions on the shrines to reposition yourself, and look at this. Explain this to us, Dread.
All right, so they're essentially, because they want to make sure that they have max health and mana, and they can time the Shaman camp with the map objective because there's 0 skeletal defenders on the side of PBA. Naventic's just going to say, wait a minute, we can worry about getting more XP, we can time it with the camp. They have a lot of options. They could even be worried about getting 16. Instead, they're going to just stack it with the camp here. Smart decision making. Everyone's going to be full health. Now Naventic, they are going to be the aggressors.
And I think one thing that's hard for PBA in that situation is there's nothing they can do about it.
0 counterplay except for maybe soaking with false stat. That's about as good as it gets.
Right.
And that's not very good.
Difficult stuff. Mortal Punisher going to be charging on at the moment. The Warriors coming in from the left-hand side as well. ETC trying to lock them down, but he likewise gets caught in all of that. He will end up falling with a lot of damage being done to Baphomet. He's in the back lines and can't really do anything at all. He will be sacrificed. And with this fort going down, they can start threatening the wall.
Yeah, they're going to be threatening the wall. I wouldn't doubt if Zuna and friends are going to be trying to aggress. Once this Punisher leaps, I think you can expect full commitment from Naventic here. That's why they're looking at the sidewall. This is such a rough spot for PBA. Again, they need to get a couple of picks. They don't have the best sieging combo. Since they've done so well being able to eliminate their opponents, Naventic is in a great position here.
McIntyre at 13 as well has Eviscerate, so he didn't even go for the shield talents, knowing that he's in such a comfortable place here that he can try and engage a little harder against their opponents. And we're going to see him trying to go in here. Zuna was going forwards on towards Scroll, didn't quite get the damage, but all they want to keep and just back out from here. They've won that fight so far.
Yeah, and then you actually see PBA aggressing here. They don't have 16.
That's the combo on towards them. They actually catch Baphomet in all of that, and likewise Scroll power slid in, but then got caught instantly by a Gravity Lapse. He has to get away, but he's not going to. He will fall. That was an ancestral attempt on towards Muradin. It doesn't work out, but look how far McIntyre goes in. Combos as well as the follow-up damage from Naventic.
Yeah, Fan with that force wall, securing more kills for his teams. They look like they're going to be moving into the core, but now backing out actually at this point here. Big Impact is slowed a little bit, but now they will be on the retreat. PBA did not need to take that fight.
No.
They were down 16. Yes, that was 5 versus 5. I guess they felt that the health bars on the side of Naventic were low enough that was one of their more appealing fights, but definitely high risk there.
I mean, me watching that though, Dread, I felt that Naventic was always going to turn on them if they went even just a little bit out of their area, right?
Yeah, that is, I mean, the aggression that Naventic has when it comes to their comp and their style of play, I 100% agree that it was very optimistic, I guess, for PBA to be like, this is our fight, this is the one we need to be taking. Once they do hit the 16 spike, though, they will be sitting in a better position now, evening out the talents. But again, their time frame of power spike on their composition is now crippled. With a keep down and so many structures being lost, they have to get a pick somewhere in this random fog of war.
I'm glad we both chose different words for that. We could have gone with optimistic in the end to combine those, but that's fine. Sylvanas will end up getting pummeled into the ground there, down towards the bottom, and that solidifies Naventic's position in this game even more. They actually haven't done that much damage in mid and bottom lane, but they've destroyed the entirety of top lane, and that now puts PBA in a very unbalanced position across the map.
Yeah, very much so. And now they are securing the bottom fort. Great anchoring here from Zuna and Big Impact. And now with the shrine spawning, they are in a great position. 19 is going to be achieved relatively soon. Now with structures on top, completely non-existent for this point in time, and the fort falling on bottom.
Yep, tough stuff here, and that shrine will be very difficult. And even the steal of another camp here from Zuna and the boys. So let's see how PBA is going to take this one. The thing is that now at least they have level 16. At least they can try and take a fight before level 20, but that window is slowly getting worse. And the thing is that's a huge stat advantage as well. 4% each level, right? Like 12% each.
There is a lot of things going against PBA here. They need to make a big play, but it's not looking like it's going to happen yet, Claire's.
That mystical spear. Stormy Paw Burst, steal time. The combo coming out from Kerrigan once again. Baphomet manages to spin away. The Ancestral Heal claimed one, and that's going to be ETC as well, dying off here. Zuna going forwards, and another wall will seal him in. Alpha, where are you going? You are running away, my friend. God Dog, you sacrificed your brother. It's gone. Sorry, Sylvanas.
God Dog will be falling down at this point now, and Naventic is going to be securing level 20 soon here with the Punisher for how big of an advantage now they have at this point. This could be game ending if they're able to capitalize on the leap like their comp can do so well. This could be a game-ending push now for Naventic.
It's very apt that Pirate Falstad abandoned ship. So flying away and running off, and that's nice. And that is going to be level 20 hit now for Naventic, pushing forwards with this Arcane Punisher. I mean, to be fair, they probably could have gone core and won. But, I mean, why not play it safe in this situation? They've got such a massive lead.
Yeah, they're securing the mid fort here as well before this Punisher comes in. I think I would have liked to see them hesitate a little bit more to ensure it doesn't bait the lead. No, they will get in time. So perfect timing here from Naventic. They are going to be absolutely bloodthirsty. Notice they'll probably focus the sidewall here. There they go, so they can capitalize on the leap here and make sure that they punish their opponents as best they can.
And even McIntyre's positioning across the other side, just in case someone were to come close to the wall, could have been difficult, especially with the Viscera at level 13. Will they go in for this, though? Alpha as well. Baphomet gone quite in far on against that, and there is the Phoenix at the moment doing a little bit of damage. They're playing this one quite slow at the moment, but McIntyre's gone in there, pops their Maelstrom onto it, and then Zagus comes out to try and buy themselves some time here for PBA. Don't know if they have that time, though, as Naventic still putting on the pressure.
They've only managed to get one pick at this time. They need more if they're going to be able to look in to get the core, but God Dog might be the one that was chosen. Great Kerrigan combo again from McIntyre, and now Naventic looks like they're going to be moving into the core. There's no Gust up available, but there is going to be a mosh pit in 5 seconds.
Yeah, if they can catch them all, then that would be fantastic. Look at it, Scroll looking for a position, and this core is going to be pressured even further. Naventic just hanging back, spreading out a little bit, knowing that that is their only opportunity here.
So risky, Naventic.
Gonna back off. Ancestral Heal lands on towards McIntyre. They will move away here for a moment.
Yeah, and they do end up backing out here. They realize that their lead is large enough that it's not worth taking the risk of losing the game on the core at that point in time. Smart choice to back out, but again, I feel like that shows a little bit of the nerves that might be coming to play when it comes to Naventic. We pointed out earlier about the shot calling. It seems very different than what we've seen when it comes to Naventic, and that's the first time they've shown it in this game specifically. But it makes me fearful if they do manage to make this series going on to some of the bigger teams.
I think if they would have had like one more kill, they would have been totally fine with that decision, but it's a fine line to walk in that.
It is.
Especially when you're against something like an ETC, if you do get clumped up a little bit against that. So that's fine for Naventic. They will back off. And they still have a level and a bit lead time before PBA gets level 20, of course.
Yeah, and then if they get a lot of the camps, actually, they aren't going to wait. Zuna getting aggressive here, leaping in, trying to make a play here.
McIntyre on towards the ECC there, walls him in as well. He has already used Power Slide, I think. They're going to try and put on some more pressure towards him. There goes Zuna, lands his Stomp. Did they get more follow-up? No, they will not just yet, as McIntyre looking for more. Hits 2 or 3 of them there, and Sylvanas gets plowed into the ground once again.
McIntyre's aggression on this Kerrigan, man, it is very impressive. Single-handedly just seems to be carrying this team.
It's also not what I'm used to when I'm watching a Kerrigan, because Eviscerate isn't as common at 13, because normally people do take that shield talent, so he can actually jump in a little bit further than you would normally expect going up against, I would guess, say, previous meta Kerrigan.
Yeah. He's doing a very good job at abusing that talent as well, but they do have 20 advantage for a short period of time. Naventic, with the Shrine up, know that they're going to just keep McIntyre once more to get all the resets here, stacking up the shields. PBA needs to be soaking with Falstad. They burned the flight there. Keep in mind that will be off cooldown for a large period of time, not soon enough to be able to get on the Shrine. So a little bit of a misplay out of PBA here, and now this is rough. They're on the back foot here.
Yeah, and just to highlight what Dread's alluding to, obviously you want that flight to try and get back into the fight very, very quickly if it needs be. Big impact. Looking for the rotation with Zuna. Shadowstalk will come out, saving Alpha for now, as well as the barrel roll helped a bit. And that will be another Punisher going to the side of Naventic.
This one cannot be baited to mid-keep. It will only be able to move on to the core here. So PBA, they have got to play this very well, get a lot of free damage onto here, but Naventic is not letting up the pressure, already taking out the keep sidewall and working on the front wall.
All right, Dread. Timer is against them. They do have their level 20s. So that is a little bit, once again, a feather in the cap here of PBA on the other side, but jump on towards Scroll. He will move away. And that's the combo on towards Sylvanas once again. He somehow keeps finding her, and she's going to get blown up under that pressure with ETC actually getting a fantastic four-man mosh pit. Do they have enough damage to get off that, though? It looks like they will take down Rhaegar. This is exactly the kind of play that they need, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Let's see. Oh, Kerrigan manages to get out with Blink.
McIntyre manages to get the Blink out, and Sooner's still trying to be aggressive, but I don't think they have the tools what it takes. They need to have one of their DPS available. This keep is getting threatened rather heavily by the Punisher going in there, but Sooner now getting the response push here. I don't think Naventic can do anything else past this point, and that was even with a Punisher. PBA with a great play there ended up turning around that fight and saving not only the keep, but the game.
Imagine if they had Sylvanas as well, just with that. They could have gotten even a full team wipe off the back of that, but Naventic will run away with their tails between their legs. This hard camp towards the top has done quite a bit of damage here, but still now, they are, PBA is basically on no keeps. That one towards the bottom is very, very low, but thankfully there's no catapult minions spawning down there.
And that lack of cleanse that PBA has, they don't have the opportunity to save the Sylvanas. She has to get her Haunting Wave away and dodge the Kerrigan combo, or just over and over again. She will be the target for McIntyre. Fan does have his E up at this point. There's going to be the burn of the E. Prescience might not be enough to save him at this time because that burst
is real. Oh, very, very close to blowing him up there, but that's a lot of lockdown on towards Falstad, and he's going to be falling very quickly with Saranda as well as Naventic look for the counter engage. It was ambitious by PBA to try and get Tassadar, and they did not succeed as 4 will go down, trying to get on towards Scroll. It's just a matter of time. He should fall to a combo here from Kerrigan and don't even need it.
That's going to be it. With the core already threatened at this point, Naventic, with a very dominant performance up until that bottom keep, is going to be able to secure game number 1. And we had questions about Naventic going into this game.
Yeah, they answered that incorrectly.
I feel, that might be true. McIntyre had great Kerrigan play across the board this entire matchup. And even in that last one, PBA trying to make the big play there, almost got it onto the Tassadar fan, and then a beautiful two-man combo. McIntyre seemed to constantly be hitting those multi-man combos, and it was just too much for PBA.
Nice to see. Naventic will take their first